Hiya. As you'll see, I've made a start. It was a bit of a struggle getting started, but once I got started and you get in, when you get into the swing of things and you get a good routine going of packing and then taping up and putting it in the pile, and I've got another pile upstairs as well. I'm not hating it. I nearly said I'm enjoying it, but I'm not hating it, and it makes me feel like even closer to getting out of here. We've got 11 days. Can you believe it? Gosh. I mean, it literally feels like last week when we were told that we had to get out, and then the struggle trying to find somewhere. But yeah, 11 days. That's going to go really quickly, isn't it? I'm still not really sleeping much, and so I'm really, really tired. It's my day off today, so I'm glad really, because I'm struggling. It's so hard in work. It's just so hard. I don't feel like I'm as productive as I normally am, and I hate that really. It almost feels like I'm just waiting till it's time to go home, and I can go to bed. And then when I come home, I'm not going to bed because I'm pottering around doing things, and then when I do go to bed, I can't sleep. It's mad that, isn't it? I've never had a problem sleeping before. But yeah, when your body's really tired, but you just can't go to sleep because there's too many thoughts going around in your head, and not always bad ones either. Just oh good, I'm going to be able to get to use the curtains I bought years ago that I really liked and didn't want to put up here. What colour will I do this room? And oh, you know what it's like. It's just it's going round and round. But two things that are just playing on my mind constantly, no matter how hard I try to shove them out. And now, unfortunately, because I'm thinking about them during the day, and then I'm dreaming about them at night. And as I've said before, I always have nightmares anyway. But these two things are just incorporated into them night after night after night. And now I talked to Andrew about it yesterday, and because I was saying it's just getting too much thinking about them, and then he had a nightmare about them last night and the night before as well. So Grace now started him off. One is the gravel that's surrounding the house. Even though I think it's great for security reasons, which goes into my next concern, I do want something somewhere better for the baby to play. I just wish a bit of it, even if it wasn't grass, even if it was paved, because then at least the baby could cycle up and down. But yeah, that concern just hasn't gone away. And it turns out, no sooner had we paid the balance and everything and done all that, which has cost a fortune, I just can't believe it. As soon as we've done all that, it turns out the guy isn't going to be laying any grass down, and I think because he said he's fine for us to do it and it's fine for us to pay for it, but literally there's nothing left in the pot now after paying for the last few bits, so that won't be getting done straight away, but I hope it gets done before the summer. We'll have to see what the best or cheapest option will be. So yeah, he won't be doing that now, and I don't even know if he's going to do the carpet, because I said, oh, the carpet doesn't seem too bad, he could use the money from the carpet to do the grass. And now I've made it known that I don't think the carpet's too bad. I don't think they're going to replace it now, so shot myself in the foot, me and my big mouth. Oh my gosh, me and my big mouth. Oh, I've had a week. No, I've done a couple of things this week that totally didn't mean to come out how they came out, and I just feel dreadful over both of them. One was a picture I posted in a group that I'm in, and I don't know, I think I must be the stupidest thickest, thoughtless person that you could ever meet, because all I saw was a beautiful woman, a larger lady, but you know, like the pin-up style. I just saw a beautiful woman, and I'd had a bad day earlier on with somebody criticising the way I look, and also about my size. And the picture, the lady is saying, she's sort of like that, and she's saying something like, too fat, honey, no, just too wide for your narrow mind, or something. So 3 things happened when I saw that picture. One was that I saw this picture of a beautiful woman, and I love pin-ups and the pin-up styles, and I just thought, oh wow, doesn't she look gorgeous? I love the lipstick and her makeup and a red swimming costume. And the second thing was that because somebody pointed out, you know, obviously how big I am, that struck a chord with me. And the person who said it, she's not slim either. So, and the third thing that well, no, do you know what? It didn't. The third thing didn't go through my head. I just was thinking about narrow minds, just generally. Even in my head, even though, you know, to me it could have been a woman or a man that the lady was speaking to, and shape and size of the person she's talking to didn't come into it, and so that came across really badly, because I really upset somebody, and she thought that I was bashing people who were slim, which I'd never do. I was just, why would you? I don't know. I just wouldn't do that. I just don't know why somebody would do that. That's like just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I wouldn't do it, but then that person doesn't know me, so it's not ridiculous to her. But I just wouldn't do it. It was more if I was bashing anybody, which, by the way, I wasn't. Didn't think of it as bashing anybody. I didn't even think of it as, you know, putting it on and see. It wasn't anything like that. It was just like, oh wow, look at this beautiful woman, and it wasn't being pro-fat. It wasn't being anything other than, I just saw a nice picture, and it made me laugh because of what's happened in the day. But no, I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't mean to like bash anybody. It was more a case of, you know, stupid, narrow-minded people, whatever you colour, size, whatever. It just was more that, really. So that just made me feel dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And do you know what? As soon as I saw she was upset, I apologised without reading the rest of it or really thinking about it. I was really, really gutted. And but it wasn't until somebody else commented that the penny dropped, that it was, and I read a post again, a reply, that she thought I was bashing thin people, and like I say, size didn't come into it for me. So, oh God, I just felt really horrible. Yeah, so that was the first thing. And the second thing, oh God, honestly, I'm ridiculous. Somebody said that they'd gone to have their makeup done in a really fancy pants place, and when they went in, it was really expensive. Not to have the makeup done because that was free, but they just, whichever makeup brand it was, I can't remember, it was just really expensive. And she was saying that the ladies who did her makeup were wearing a ton of makeup themselves, and it was really quite striking, and they were beautiful women, but their makeup was really thick. And I was saying that, you know, how funny it is that they're the ones doing the makeup and giving makeup tips, and their makeup is really thick, and you know, an orange as well. It turns out it was rather orange as well, and didn't match their wrists or, you know, their neck or whatever. And so then I recently, while I've been awake in the middle of the night, I started watching somebody's makeup tutorial. I know, state. Obviously I'm watching it and not doing it myself. Although I did buy a little makeup palette yesterday. Well, I didn't, Andrew bought it. I wanted to buy it but felt guilty because I felt like I shouldn't be buying anything for myself. And Andrew bought it for me because it wasn't really expensive. But it had the colours in that I've wanted for a few years now, and they're all in like one place as well. So, also, yes, yeah, I just need to spend some time actually putting it on. And I did promise you guys that I'd do something with my hair and put a bit of makeup on so I'd stop horrifying you. So, and I haven't. So I hope you're not sitting too close to the screen. I did dye my hair, but I don't know. You can still see a bit of grey. It isn't it. I quite, when it's down, I quite like the colour because it's the closest I've ever got to my actual colour, which is like apparently, you know, like I've said before, it's dark blonde, but it's got also a bit ginger as well. I love ginger hair. I wouldn't mind if my hair was ginger. Anyway, off the subject. So, we started talking about makeup and I started saying about these tutorials I'm watching, because she was saying, oh, and they had like all brown lines here, and they go all round here. And I was saying, so, oh yeah, that's what they're all doing nowadays. I said, you've got to do, I said, I watched one makeup tutorial and you got like the thing, and you've got to go like in a number 3, like that, and like that, and like that. And I said, they're all doing this contouring where you've got like all the dark lines here and white here, and it's like stripes all over the place and triangles and things. And they've got about 10 layers of different foundations, and then they put the highlighter on, and then they do this caking thing and that. And so we were laughing, and and that made me worse, because I get worse if people are laughing. I don't know, because I am quite shy, but obviously there's a bit of me that's a bit of a show off or something. I have no idea. But then it was like the one woman show then, and oh gosh, and then I looked. No, I know. I heard somebody say, oh, you sound like you're describing my routine. And when I looked up, there's this young girl there who, you know, obviously watches these tutorials and has, you know, done the same. And I was mortified. Absolutely. So then, you see, it gets worse, because I'm bad enough when people laugh, but when I'm embarrassed or there's an awkward situation, I'm like, something happens to me. It's like I suddenly get Tourette's or something, except instead of little short outbursts, it's like a 20-minute monologue, which, you know, you'll be used to from watching these videos. Oh gosh, it was just awful. I just wanted to and in my head, the voice in my head was screaming to stop so loud. Other people must have been able to hear it, but it didn't stop. So I'm saying, because then it also said about the eyebrows, and you know, we were talking about like the Scouse brow, and you know how they're doing their eyebrows now, and it looks like they've done it with a crayon or like a big marker or whatever, and it tends to be, no matter what colour hair you've got, it tends to be black. And I don't know, stick to these things. But, you know, so then I'm saying to her, oh no, because, you know, if I was your age, I'd be doing the same. And I would have done when I was 18, 19, all through my 20s. I would have been doing exactly, I'd have been contouring, I'd have had the makeup bag, I'd have been doing all the white stripes and got off, yeah. And I just think it just shows you how old I am now, because I just find it ridiculous. Because it's like, God forbid you show you've got any pigment to your skin. It's like literally just this mask of orange or brown or variations or different shades. And, you know, I would have done, I mean, it wasn't until my late 20s that I stopped doing a full face of makeup just to go to the corner shop to get milk and come home again and spend the rest of the day at home. It was just so insecure. And you know, and I'm talking like, you know where you do the lip line and the powder and your lipstick and then another powder and then you coat it all again. It was like, it was all of that. And so I get where these girls are coming from, and I know they want to look beautiful. You know, they're gorgeous girls. They're young. They don't see what they've got. We've all been there when we were younger. You don't appreciate the size you are then. You don't appreciate how beautiful and elastic your skin is. You just don't. You don't appreciate the hair you've got. You just don't. And you feel ugly or inadequate or not enough. So, and you want to look beautiful and you want to look stunning and you want to match these girls you're seeing on TV. So they're, you know, putting all this makeup on to go out in the day. I mean, I don't know what they look like at night. So yeah, that was just an awkward moment. And then I'm trying to say to her, and you look beautiful. And then I hear myself say, but, you know, I mean, no, your eyebrows aren't like that. I mean, you look like you've tried to get a colour that matches your hair. And I just think, what is that supposed to mean? That's not actually a compliment. And then, like, I kind of pointed at her and said, no, because your makeup looks, you know, like... And then stopped mid-sentence because I can't lie. I've got this inability to lie. And when I do try to lie, I can't pull it off because I either grin or go red or come out with something really outrageous. But I just stop dead, and that just sounds even worse. And then people were just like smiling at just how uncomfortable I think I was. And then... oh, I don't know, it just went on and I probably really hurt her feelings, and that's all I could think of all night when I got home. Because I was saying to Andrew, when did I turn into that person who just says hurtful things to people and just upsets them? Because I don't want to be that person. I know a couple of those people in real life who are older ladies, and they're just despicable, absolutely despicable. And I don't go by all this, you know, when you get old you can say what you like to people and you've earned it and whatever. No, rude is rude no matter what age you are. And I don't want to be that person. I'm thinking, well, maybe they were nice when they were younger and then it just slipped in, and before you know it they're just being horrible to people all of the time. And do you like the ones where you turn up for a visit and they open the door and they haven't seen you for, you know, about 2 years, and they say, haven't you got fat? You know, you just think, I haven't seen you for 2 years. That's the first thing you want to say to me. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to comment. And you just think, well, keep your mouth shut then. But that's where the problem is, you see, keeping my mouth shut. Especially when I think I'm just being funny. And that's what I need to watch. I need to... Because most people did, well, they all did find it funny, and she kind of did laugh, but it was probably an awkward laugh. And she was like that on her mobile phone, so she's probably on Facebook or God knows whatever she's on, talking about this horrendous old bag that's got no idea with makeup, telling, you know, people how they should wear their makeup. And she's got a point. So I wanted to go and apologise to her the next day. And I've never seen her before. I don't know if she was just helping out that day or what. I wanted to go and apologise, but Andrew was saying to me, you know, the best thing you could do is just leave it. He said, you know, she's probably not even thought about it today, whereas I thought about it all night, all I could think about. Yeah, it's all I could think about, and Andrew was like, she probably hasn't thought about it, or if you go up knowing me, I'd just make things worse, because I'd probably trying to apologise, and I'll probably say something else awful because I'm so embarrassed and aware of myself. So, and I got a female perspective of it when I went into work, because I asked one of the secretaries as well, told her what happened. She was in stitches. She was just like, oh my God, what are you like? And she said, just leave it as well. She said, it's probably best to just not say anything. So I didn't say anything, but I really do. I want to buy a little card to say I'm really sorry about the other day. It, you know, it wasn't aimed at you, and oh, anyway, I'll leave it. So yeah, bit of a weird week. I'm blaming it's coming up to that time of the month, and I'm feeling a bit clumsy, and obviously, you know, got verbal diarrhea, and feeling a bit grumpy. I was trying to pack things yesterday, and Andrew had to have a biopsy taken from this thing on his foot, and so I had the baby yesterday afternoon whilst I was packing, and I thought, you know, oh, well, we could do this together, you can help. And he did. Do you know what? He did really well with some of the things, but he was, it turns out he was a bit hungry and a little bit tired, and he was just a pain in the neck, and I almost just wanted to put him in a box and tape it up. Oh my gosh, packing with toddlers. Ugh. That's what I've tried to do as much as I can this morning, and he'll go for a nap when he gets in from preschool, and then I'll carry on and do it then, because my husband's got to then go and get my stepson, who was supposed to be helping, but he's broken his ankle. Poor thing. It's mad because he does all these crazy stunts and stuff on his mountain bike, and he's off up all these terrible trails, and he's not hurt himself at all, not really. And then he just is doing something the other day and went over on his ankle and broke it. Isn't life weird? So yeah, anyway, yeah. So William helped me yesterday, and he's lucky he's not in that pile somewhere. Although, is he? Guess you'll never know. No, he's not. No, he's in preschool having a lovely time. I think that's it. What was that? I was saying something. Was it? Oh, I know what it was. Oh my gosh. So I was worried about that. I'm worried about the gravel. I'm worried about William getting hurt. I'm worried about not being able to afford to get grass or an alternative surface for him to play on. The next thing that is the biggest thing for me is I've never lived in a bungalow before, or a flat, you know, that's like, you know, or, you know, like, I've never lived where the bedrooms are on ground level, and I'm scared that somebody's going to break in. I mean, I know they could break into a regular house, and I don't know what it is, it just feels different, and I'm scared somebody's going to try and get into the baby's room. Really, really scared. I'm dreaming about it every night. I'm dreaming somebody's getting into his room. I'm dreaming of just, do you know what? It looks like the farmer, so I think it's just the fact that that's gone in my head. The fact that he only lives on the other side of the field. He's got keys. It's obviously gone in because I'm picturing the silhouette of somebody who looks very like him just standing in corners of room. Like, you know, I'm waking up and in my dream, and he's just standing at the end of the bed, or he's standing looking over the baby in the bed, and it's just horrible. So even when I am asleep, I'm not sleeping very well. I've been looking at some, you know, like special lock things for the windows, so they only open a little bit, so the baby can't climb out, which is also a concern, and hopefully nobody can get in. I mean, the gravel's a good security feature. The bell, I want to put a bell on the gate. We might get a bigger gate as well and put a bell on the bottom, so at least if somebody comes through we can hear it. I don't know, I'm just really nervous about it. Do any of you live in I was going to say caravan. Do any of you live in a bungalow or on a ground level? Does it bother you? How did you get over it? Did it take long? Any security features you could recommend? Except bars on the window, obviously that's not, can't do that. I did see a thing, it was a bit like a baby gate that you put on the window, but Andrew was like, absolutely not, I'm not having bars on the window. He's an ex-fireman as well, so there's quite a few things that he wouldn't allow in the house. I mean, it's like we've got candles as well, and none of them have been lit. They all look like new, because they're not allowed to have candles in the house because they're a fire hazard. But yeah, no bars in the windows, which I completely get. Then there was these things, and it was like a wire that goes from, I think it's like the handle or something, to the window, and it allows you to open it that much. Then I was frightened in case we had a fire and the fireman couldn't get in, but like he said, they'll just smash the window. They will get in. He said it's more us trying to get out, which he's got a point. Whereas the other funny little thing on the window, you can just kind of push it or something, and there's like a hook. So yeah, that's it. It's those two things that are really on my mind every single day, but I suppose I won't know how we're going to deal with it until we get in. So that's it. I just really wanted to tell you how I'm getting on. I'm quite okay. I've been doing quite a bit though. Do you know what? I even forgot to take my meds for about 2 days. No. 1 dose of my meds I must add. for a couple of days, and I don't know, I don't think I felt any like big difference. I've been taking the T3, half a T3 tablet at night before I go to bed, thinking that might help a little bit in the mornings. Can't say it really has really, but I was wondering if it'd make any difference if I took half my NDT at night instead, because it's got the T3 and the T3 and the NDT in it. No, gosh. Because it's got the T3 and T4 in it, sorry. I'm just wondering if that might be better. And I want to find out how long. I think T3 stays in your system apparently about 4 hours. I'm just wondering how long the NDT would be in your system. So I'm wondering if that would be better to take at night, and if it would help me feel more awake in the morning. Some people apparently, if they take T3 late at night, their heart races and they can't sleep. Other people have found it completely the opposite, and it relaxes them. I found it makes no difference. I mean, it stands to reason really. It's best if you can take something. Some people wake themselves up during the night to take some of their meds, which honestly would be handy, but not going to happen. So there's no way that I can barely wake up and take it in the morning. So, and that's like at 7 o'clock. That's it for now. And I will chat to you again. I don't know when I have a minute. Hope you're all doing well. It's been lovely hearing from people, by the way. Hello everybody I've been chatting to recently. Hope you're all okay. And anybody else who's watching, hello too. Oh, got fright.